For a man with an illustrious 8-year career as a judge of the Kenyan Supreme Court and the country's first ever holder of a doctorate in law from the University of Nairobi.
Please, give me a break.
Professor J.B Ojwang must have certainly been taken aback when President Uhuru Kenyatta suspended him on the 2nd of April this year and set up a tribunal to probe his conduct as ordered by the Judicial Service Commission. Slightly over 4 months later, the tribunal has a verdict.
That the current suspension of the Honorable Mr. Justice Professor J.B Ojwang from exercising the function of his office be lifted with immediate effect. 8
residents from Ojwang's home county of Migori, led by one Nelson Oduor, had petitioned the JSC to kick out Ojwang on, among other grounds, gross misconduct for sitting to hear and determine an Awendo land dispute between the 8 petitioners and Sony Sugar Company, whose board was then chaired by Okoth Obado, who would later become Migori governor. The 8 petitioners claimed the judge allegedly had a vested interest in the land dispute, being a resident of the area and supposedly close Obado's friend. An alleged friendship which, together with Ojwang's alleged hand in their Awendo land dispute, the petitioners claimed had seen the governor construct a road to the judge's rural home.
Expeditious.
But after listening to the petitioners and several other witnesses, including Obado and Supreme Court Judges Njoki Ndongo, Smokin Wanjala, and Mohammed Ibrahim, the tribunal dismissed the allegations.
This is so because during our visit to the locals in Po, we were able to appreciate the road. We observed that members of the public were freely using it, and that indeed the ACK Church, Kakrao Primary and Secondary Schools are some of the institutions that are being accessed through the road.
Ojwang twice failed to appear before the JSC, where the commission had summoned him to clear his name.
Yes.
But this move, coupled with the judge's strongly worded letter, questioning objectivity of some members of the Chief Justice David Maraga-chaired JSC, including fellow judges Mohamed Warsame, Agre Muchelule, and Commissioner Masideche, only threw Ojwang from the frying pan into the fire.
Calling the definition adopted by this tribunal for gross misconduct or misbehavior, we come to the conclusion that the non-attendance by the judge, reasonably explained as he did, does not amount to either gross misconduct or misbehavior.
The JSC's decision fell foul of the principle of rationality, especially since the right to appear belongs to the judge, not the JSC. And he had already notified the JSC that his advocates on record would take charge of the matter.
Yes.
And, well, the serious law professor could finally afford a smile.
We are very happy with the decision. It vindicates what the judge has said all along. But I think in addition to that, the verdict is an indictment on the JSC.
The law professor might be finally off the hook, but with the tribunal's verdict indicting the JSC for unfairness to Justice Ojwang, more questions are certainly poised to be raised on the competence of the commission that is the judge's employer, the JSC. Murumi Mwangi, KTN.